It's now not a serious organisation.
Yes, it's not. Escort agencies at Davos. Apparently, they boom during Davos.
Yeah,
they
If she joined in, she could earn the country some money. I'm sure 75 quid would go a long way in the NHS.
Gary Neville and David Beckham were there. so
That's how bad it is now. You've got a bigger footballer in.
So as soon as I saw that, I thought, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
The WEF is coming to an
Yeah.
end, basically. And there's a guy...
So it's now not a serious organisation.
Yes, it's not serious.
If you've got to invite celebrities in,
Yeah.
is it?
So David Beckham was talking some bollocks about, I want my daughter to grow up in a world that recognises women, or something like that. And then Gary Neville, there's a guy called Avi something who chases people with a microphone.
He's Australian.
Is he Australian?
Yeah. He works for Rebel News.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So I saw him chasing two characters at WEF. One was Larry Fink, who's the chief exec of BlackRock, quite a serious character. And he had all these bouncers around him trying to push him away. But then he found Gary Neville and he said, come on, Gary, you're a good talker. Tell us what you're doing here. What do you think about the grooming gangs in... And Gary Neville was... who never shuts up normally, was just saying nothing, trying to make fun of it. But he came across as an absolute imbecile in that thing. And he was saying, oh, you're here, well, what's your opinion on the grooming gangs, the rape of... you've got opinions, you're here to talk about politics and stuff, tell us what... And Gary Neville just wouldn't say anything, and it was hilarious. But I thought this signals the death of the WEF, doesn't it, when they've got to rely on characters like Neville and Beckham for publicity.
But it's no longer a serious organisation. Because
No.
if the WEF was going to be serious, you'd have serious people there talking to other serious people.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have that bit.
I think people are not going there now. I know that Trump came on a remote camera to talk, and basically, I'm not sure what the content was, but I wish I'd watched it ahead of time. But I think he was basically saying it's dead. But Javier Milei went there again, and he laid into the WEF again, basically. What was very interesting, I read this very small snippets, and there's two things that are interesting here. Escort agencies at Davos, apparently they boom during Davos.
Yeah, they do.
The sex parties, there's NDA.
They're flown in from all over Europe.
Yeah, they're flying prostitutes. NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, have to be signed for the prosies. So the prosies have to, prostitutes have to sign.
Yeah.
Can I say prosies? Prosies
No.
is all right.
Yeah.
Can't you say that? No.
I don't know.
I think prosies is a nice abbreviation of prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The prosies.
The whores.
No, I don't like that. Is one. Actually, that is one word I do not like. I think that's a very pejorative expression for a prostitute. Prosies is kind of a nice, friendly thing. But that one you just use, I never use it.
Yeah.
NDA, the prosies have to sign in lots of NDAs, but apparently there's a massive increase. This made me a bit sick. In a demand for trans women, blokes dressed pretending to be women, and blokes with willies. Sorry, women who look like women but have willies. They're all flown in. That's
because these people are perverts. And at the moment, with all the discussion around trans and stuff, people from all over the world were flying in going, ooh,
I fancy a bit of trans.
I might try a bit of tranny. Get a tranny, a Brazilian dwarf and some sheep. And I've had myself a nice little party in this room. I've got the barbed wire. I can fuck it in a bucket, do it froggy style. I've been to some parties, me.
What did you say? A Brazilian midget, did you say?
Yeah, Brazilian dwarf.
Brazilian.
Well, they're the best.
The Brazilian. You've heard it here first, folks. If you're going to have a sex party, the Brazilian dwarfs are the best.
Yeah.
For that. So that was it. I was quite shocked by the trans women thing, but then I thought, why not? Because of course they're perpetuating this crap all around the world on us, aren't they? The trans thing. So why wouldn't they be interested in doing all that when they're at their little globalist parties? Yeah,
it's a kink. And Davos is known for this. So some of these people are flying in from Uganda, and this is his one trip a year to, I can't do any of this in Uganda. There's a death penalty for being gay in Uganda. But I mean, I'm at the WEF in Davos. It's expense accounts. Yeah.
The positive thing on that, though, the escort agencies have also announced or declared that takings are down.
Yeah.
So there are less people going to the WEF now. I think the message here is the global agenda, the global elite who are trying to control us is starting to collapse.
And it's not just our country that's almost bankrupt. It's countries all over the world. So, and if you spend
as a result of these policies,
and if you're spending money on prostitutes, that I would class that as a luxury item.
Yeah.
So when your expense accounts have been reduced and stuff like that, you know, these things happen. So it's a judgment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of the way the world economy is going.
I mean, I just feel sorry for Rachel Reeves. I mean, she opened the wrong door at the WEF, walked in on the Brazilian midget and the pony or whatever it was at that point. She would be shocked.
Well, if she joined in, she could earn the country some money. I'm sure 75 quid would go a long way in the NHS.